Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture series on chemical and physical equilibria. I have been discussing Le Chatelier's principle in the last few lectures, and today I am going to continue the Le Chatelier's principle with the effect of addition of inert gas on an equilibrium reaction. Okay, so in lecture number 11 I am going to discuss effect of addition of inert gas on an equilibrium reaction. Okay, let's get started. Effect of addition of inert gas on an equilibrium reaction, very specifically on a gas phase homogeneous equilibrium reaction. Okay, it is a gas phase homogeneous equilibrium reaction. Right, listen how the addition of inert gas affects the equilibrium reaction. Right, addition of an inert gas to a gas phase equilibrium reaction at constant volume. Suppose if we keep volume constant and if we add inert gas, listen, inert gas here inert gas means it need not be helium, neon, argon. It can be any gas which does not react with your reactant or a product. Okay, yeah, so it is an inert gas. So I am going to add inert gas keeping volume of the vessel constant. Okay, so addition of an inert gas to a gas phase equilibrium reaction at constant volume does not affect the equilibrium constant as well as equilibrium composition. So if you keep volume constant, if you add inert gas, okay, nothing will happen. It doesn't affect the equilibrium constant value, and it also does not affect the equilibrium composition of the reaction mixture. Okay, then suppose if we add an inert gas, addition of an inert gas to a gas phase equilibrium reaction at constant pressure, very important. If we add inert gas to a gas phase equilibrium reaction at constant pressure, it does not affect the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant remains same, but it affects the equilibrium composition of the reaction. Okay, this is the qualitative idea. This qualitative idea was proposed by Le Chatelier. Now we are going to discuss, right, quantitatively, right, how the addition of inert gas at constant volume and at constant pressure, right, affects the equilibrium reaction, right? Yeah. So what is the quantitative explanation for this? Right, so before begin with, let us consider a gas phase homogeneous equilibrium reaction, assuming all the gases as ideal gases here. Okay, say for example I have some reactant A whose stoichiometric number is S. Okay, so our S moles of A reacts to give T moles of the product B. So A is reactant, B is the product, right? And how to write equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure? Equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure can be written as equal to partial pressure of the product B power T divided by partial pressure of the reactant A power S, where S and T are stoichiometric numbers. Okay, now since we have assumed the gases as ideal gases, we know very well for ideal gas partial pressure is nothing but mole fraction in the gas phase. We usually represent mole fraction in the gas phase with the symbol capital Y. So I'll use that symbol here. So mole fraction, right? Suppose I'll take some gas A. Partial pressure of gas A can be given as mole fraction of gas A into total pressure. This gives you the partial pressure, right? So in the numerator we have partial pressure of B, which can be written as mole fraction of B in the gas phase into total pressure whole power T. Similarly, in the denominator we have reactant, which can be written as partial pressure of A can be given as mole fraction of A in the reaction mixture into total pressure whole power S. Okay, and we also know that mole fraction is nothing but mole fraction of any ith component is nothing but number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles. So mole fraction of Y, in the numerator we have mole fraction of B Okay, I'm sorry, mole fraction of B. Outright mole fraction of B. Mole fraction of B is nothing but number of moles of B divided by total number of moles, and we have power T here, so we can write NB by N total power T, and I have kept P, capital P, that is total pressure, separately. Similarly, in the denominator, mole fraction of A can be written as number of moles of A divided by total number of moles whole power S into total pressure power S. Okay, and you can write this as, see, NB and NA, you can combine them. Okay, I'm going to write them in a separate brackets. So number of moles of B power T divided by number of moles of A power S. Then I'll write this total pressure and total number of moles, okay, in a separate bracket. So total pressure divided by total number of moles equal to, okay, here we have power T, here also we have power T, right? Similarly, in the denominator we have power S. Okay, so by combining this we can write T minus S. This T minus S in the case of gas phase reaction, it is nothing but delta Ng. So we can write Kp as, we can write for a gas phase reaction, we can write Kp, that is equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure, as number of moles of B power T, number of moles of A power S, where B is product here, A is reactant, into total pressure by total number of moles whole power delta Ng. Okay, now suppose if we keep pressure constant, okay, let me do pressure term first. Okay, so if we keep pressure constant, right, what will happen if we add inert gas to an equilibrium reaction? Listen, addition of inert gas, if we add inert gas, right, it will affect the total number of moles. Okay, that is, if you add some inert gas to an equilibrium reaction, total number of mole will increase. What is total number of mole in this case? Total number of mole is nothing but number of moles of the reactant plus number of moles of the product plus number of moles of the inert gas that we add. So if you add any inert gas, total number of moles will increase, but number of moles of A and number of moles of B, that remains same. Okay, so addition of inert gas increases the total number of moles. Okay, listen, here we have P by N total. So if total number of mole increases, then this quantity P by N total will decrease because we kept pressure constant. Correct? We kept pressure constant here. So numerator is constant, but we are increasing the denominator. If you increase denominator, then this entire term will decrease. Okay, now how it will affect the equilibrium reaction, right? It depends upon the value of delta Ng. When delta Ng is 0, suppose, okay, when delta Ng is 0, then listen, P by N total whole power 0, that means it become 1. So there is no change in the equilibrium constant as well as equilibrium composition, right? When delta Ng is 0, right, nothing happens. Equilibrium constant remains same, equilibrium composition also remains same. Okay, suppose I'll consider a reaction where delta Ng is positive. Okay, if delta Ng is positive, what will happen? See, addition of inert gas increases the total number of moles. Therefore, this P by N total will decrease. Okay, because we keep pressure constant, right? If this decreases, what will happen to P by N total whole power positive value? Delta Ng is positive in this case. Since delta Ng is positive, this entire term will decrease on the addition of inert gas. Okay, so it means this term, that is the second term will decrease. But according to Le-Chatelet principle, addition of inert gas does not affect the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant should remain same. That means in order to compensate this decrease, okay, the first term has to increase. Therefore, NB by NA, that is NB power T by NA power S, this has to increase. Okay, it increases means numerator has to increase, denominator has to decrease. In numerator we have product, in the denominator we have reactant. So which reaction will favor this increase? Okay, it's nothing but forward reaction. Okay, so addition of inert gas at constant pressure when delta Ng of the reaction is positive will favor the forward reaction. So this addition favors the forward reaction. Okay, suppose if delta Ng of the reaction is negative, then what will happen? In this case, see, addition of inert gas increases the total number of moles. When total number of mole increases, this P by N total will decrease because we kept pressure constant. Okay, if this decreases, what will happen to P by N total whole power delta Ng negative? Here see, delta Ng is negative. Therefore, in this case, if we increase total number of moles, right, this entire term will increase because I have a negative value in the power. Okay, if this increases, then Kp should be constant. Okay, equilibrium constant should remain constant. Therefore, in order to balance this increase, okay, this term has to decrease. Okay, this term has to decrease. This term decreases means, listen, denominator should increase, numerator should decrease. In denominator we have reactant, so reactant amount should increase. That means it will favor the backward reaction. So addition of inert gas to an gas phase equilibrium reaction at constant pressure, okay, favors the backward reaction when delta Ng is negative. Right? Yeah. So this is the addition of effect of addition of inert gas on an equilibrium reaction, on a gas phase equilibrium reaction when pressure is kept constant. Okay. Now instead of pressure, suppose if we keep volume constant, what will happen? If we keep volume constant, addition of inert gas not only increases the total number of moles, it also increases the total pressure. So listen, total pressure increases, total number of moles increases. Therefore, this ratio, right, almost remains constant. Okay, so this ratio doesn't get affected. Therefore, the addition of inert gas has no effect, okay, on equilibrium reaction when you keep volume constant. Okay, so it has no effect. Right. So this is the addition. This is the effect of addition of inert gas on an equilibrium reaction. So I have given with the general equilibrium reaction. Right. You can try with some examples and you try to get practice, right, on the effect of addition of inert gas on equilibrium reaction. Okay. Yeah, thank you for the listening.